This was €1 million, and I'd never seen €1 million in my life. He had to be taken from Benidorm to Marbella, drinking on the way. We were smoking weed all the way down there. We didn't really give a fuck, mate, and we're sitting with €1 million in the back seat. I looked at Jason, I was like, we're fucking dead.
Someone's taken the money, put it to his forehead and blew a fucking hole right the way through his head. Death to drug traffickers. It was enough weed to have me killed. What am I gonna do? I've got a fucking pump action shotgun here, and fuck knows what's in there, mate. Boom, the lights go on. I'm like,
I had all my passport in there, had all my money and shit, and they were just rattling all through my stick, robbing me, trying to rob me, mate.
We didn't know what to do. We said, fuck it. And in fucking seconds, the fucking feds were on us.
With all the Thai boys in the middle of the jungle loading up this fucking Arctic container.
And he was being fucking shot at, and everybody's carrying on eating their dinner.
6 o'clock in the morning to boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I know that sound. I couldn't believe my eyes. There was pussy everywhere. The fella looked at me and he goes, I told you were like. So naturally, man, they're coming out and they're rows and rows in front of us. Pick one, my friend. And I was like, can I get 2? So I picked the 2 birds, he picked a couple of birds, and we went in this back room and it was just karaoke. We'd just done karaoke all night. It was really weird. So I took both of these birds back, and naturally I was on the missing list for about 2 days. My old man couldn't get hold of me, knocking on the door, weren't answering, you know what I mean? When it was time for these 2 girls to go, I took them down to the lobby, right? As they were gone, I'm sat there in the lobby having a drink. The 2 girls go, I'm still sat there having a drink. I look at the elevator. It opens, 5 birds. They walk out the elevator and clock me straight away. I'm just sat there, an English dude. And they're like, come with us. So I was like, nah, fuck that. That sounded dodgy, you know what I mean? It was in the Philippines, especially what happened with that government fella a couple of days ago. I was like, nah. I was like, well, you girls come with me though. And they was like, yeah, all right. So I was like, fucking hell, where's my luck, mate? Didn't expect that. Right, so boom, we're in the elevator. They're all on me, kissing all up me and shit. Get into the room. 2 birds take me into the corner, bruv. One's fucking trousers come down. One's on me dick. One's kissing all up my neck, and they're getting my attention in the corner, and I'm not paying attention to what these other 2 birds are doing. I hear some rustling in the background. I look round like that, and these 2 birds are trying to fucking rob me, bruv. So they're going through my drawers, looking for all my shit, my passport. I had all my passport in there, had all my money and shit. And they were just rattling all through my stick, robbing me, trying to rob me, mate. Whoa, whoa, get the fuck up. Fucking done the trousers up, started kicking off of them, but then they started getting around me and kicking off back, and I was like, well, just get the fuck out my room. So yeah, I nearly got robbed in the Philippines. So anyway, next day, I got a knock at the door. Me old man, we got to go and do some work now. Playtime is over. So we got to go to the jungle, load up this container full of fags, and send it back. Boiling hot, we're driving out to the jungle again. Right, corrugated iron, huts and shit, proper deep in the jungle this time, even deeper than I was before. Get to this massive warehouse and it is filled with Filipinos. They're all just working in like a sweatshop, you know what I mean? And our empty Arctic container is sat there, and we got all the furniture. We've got a Thai furniture with, it was like this wicker stuff and this bamboo wardrobes and bamboo chest of drawers and stuff like that. That was the cover. So we had this Arctic container, which was massive, mate, real long container. And what you would do is you'd load all the fags in first and then put all the furniture to cover it afterwards, you know what I mean? So if it ever did get rumbled, it'd take them a long time to dig through to see the fags at the back. But it was only fags at the end of the day, and they were replicas, you know. But yeah, so there I am, shirt off, with all the Thai boys in the middle of the jungle loading up this fucking Arctic container full of cigarettes to send back to England. So a few months later, the container arrives back in Spain. I think the best person to tell you this is the old man. He can explain this better. Hey, Dad!
It was probably about 3 weeks. It goes from Philippines to Singapore, gets transported over from there, change ships, and then that goes into wherever it needs to go, but that was coming in at Valencia. Yeah, this particular one, I don't know, there was a bit of a feeling about it that I had. It took about 5-6 days to clear. I don't know, I just had some bad vibes. I took my Rolex off. I always remember, normally I wore my Rolex and I just left it at home this day, and I thought, you know what, just just in case. Anyway, I got the container and the tag had disappeared, which is normally not a good sign. I basically said to the driver, what's happened here? And he was sort of saying, oh, no comprende, no comprende. We didn't know what to do. We said, fuck it. My gut feeling was to turn it back. Lo and behold, we broke the seal, and in fucking seconds, the fucking feds were on us like a dose of salts.
You got arrested, right?
Oh, I got arrested, yeah.
How long did you do in the cell?
Oh, bloody hell, I think I did about 48 hours in the cell. It absolutely stunk.
And you was in there with Gunman Eddie, weren't you?
That's it.
You done that, you got out, and then you quickly fucked off back to England, didn't you?
I did do it once I got my passport. Well, no, because they held my passport.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they held my passport, and the amount of hassle I had trying to get the passport back. So I had to take a lawyer up to the court to get my passport back, and then once I had my passport, then I could sort of travel back. I was bailed to return every, I think I had to sign on every week. Yeah, I mean, I had hassle getting my passport out of them.
What were you thinking when I told you, when we was in Singapore, what were you thinking when we got to Singapore?
Yeah.
And we had to fill out those waivers that said death to drug traffickers. And I said to you, I said, Dad, I've got weed on me.
Oh, fucking hell's bells, yeah. I went absolutely fucking garrety.
Yeah, I mean...
Absolutely fucking garrety.
But not garrety enough to fucking tell me to get rid of it, because I still smoked a lot. And do you know what? Think about this, right? I see a lot of stuff from the Philippines, and I was in Thailand for a long time, so I know a lot of shit. Right, I would just be coming out of prison now, you know. I would just be coming out of prison now if I got caught with that. Yeah. And it was probably, I don't know, probably a fucking quarter, maybe half an ounce or something, all compact and just buried in my suitcase. And I just absolutely shit myself when I was filling that out. But so there's that one. You know, when I was allowed to go off with your mate, we weren't your mate. You didn't know that government fella, did you?
No, I've met him a couple of times.
But fucking hell, you let me go off with the fella.
Yeah, but he was very friendly with the people who were working for us, and I think we all knew, because there was a couple of us there, that he would look after you.
Well, I mean, well, you know,
he did though, didn't he?
Yeah, in the end, but it was a scary.
Listen, I'll tell you what.
No, listen, it was what it was.
The Philippines can be a scary place.
Dad, weren't that as fucked up? This fucked up place that everybody had a shotgun, didn't they?
Yeah, I remember there was a little midget on the.
Yeah, do you remember?
The
That's what I mean. Well, this is what they had when I went with that government geezer.
Yeah.
They had the midget jester in a jester suit, innit?
That's it.
Like they have these as security guards. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Honestly, there was a little miniature jester who used to be on the door of this nightclub that we used to go to in Cebu, and he used to have shotgun. It was a pump action shotgun, and it was nice actually, because it was also highly polished and everything like that. But I remember there was a restaurant one day. There was me and a few of the boys. We were having a meal, and you see this fucking bloke running. We heard this gunfire and this bloke running down through the cars, and he was being fucking shot at. Everybody's sort of like carrying, and I looked round and everybody's carrying on eating their dinner as if like it was a normal occurrence.
Yeah, it was a crazy place. Even though like the shopkeepers had like pump action shotguns, just literally stood there looking at you, holding it. This is a place where you wouldn't want to fuck about,
and especially if you went to Manila.
So now we're in England. You know, I was living at my nan's house with me and my brother, and we were working on a building site every single day, man. You know, bless my nan, she was looking after us. And but me and my brother, we were smoking green, like, you know, we were smoking a lot. We were big smokers. You know, we had no money either. We were working on a building site, just got like a tax rebate. Thought it would be a good idea to turn my nan's garage into a grow, right? I mean, my nan was so old at this time, there was no way that she even had been down the garage in 5 years, could even get herself down there. But it was filled with all the fucking bullshit furniture and stuff like that, all came from the Philippines. My nan's garage was filled up with it. But we decided to buy one of those big grow tents, and it was a 2 by 2 meters, you know, it was fucking massive. It had 2 sections, 2 rooms in it, could stand up straight in it. And we had 18 plants growing in there, and the way that we done it is that, you know, you couldn't get in there even if you wanted to. We had all the wardrobes and everything stacked up. You had to crawl through, stand up, crawl through. It was like a Krypton factor to get to this grow. And my brother was a good grower, mate. You know, me and my brother are legitimate. We don't know that my old man is still up to naughty shit. We don't know how hot he is, and we do not know that he has got straight up police soccer investigating him 24/7. So of course we're living at Manan's, he's coming in and out as well. So they're seeing all this, right? So Manan's house was a target on the radar for them. We got this grow going, 3 weeks, and they're very small, about that size. They're just sprouting up, you know? I go to sleep and I wake up 6 o'clock in the morning to boom, boom, boom. And I was like, I know that sound.